I would like to request for everyone to remain standing for the national anthem. I would like to invite our dignitaries for the day to take their seats at the head table. To give you a brief introduction about the University Librarians Association of Sri Lanka. Now, this association is a membership organization of library professionals in major public universities in Sri Lanka. We advocate on academic libraries' behalf to convene our research and higher education partners and share intelligence on current issues and develop the next generation of diverse library leaders. The objectives of our association are to protect and maintain the professional status and the interests as well as the welfare of the librarianship, to safeguard the rights, privileges and the collective interests of the members, to promote educational and professional advancement of the members and to assist further development of academic leadership in universities. I would also like to highlight some of the ULA's achievements over the years, which include annual research sessions, international conferences, workshops and seminars, as well as publications. From 2019, we have introduced an annual Research and Innovation Award for the members of University Librarian Association that includes the Best Research Paper Award for junior researchers, the Best Research Paper Award for senior researchers, as well as the Most Outstanding Innovator of the Year. To know more on what this University Librarians Association has in store for all of you, let's now take a look at a documentary. Have a look. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's certainly going to be an exciting day for all of you here. I would now like to invite Dr. W.J. Jairaj, the president of the ULA and the co-chair of the ICULA 2022, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
To our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome. I feel extremely glad to welcome everyone to this much awaited conference, as after 2 years without the opportunity to meet in person, this is the first time. Meet in person, this is the first time that the international conference is being organized by the University Librarians Association of Sri Lanka in collaboration with the Standing Committee on Libraries and Information Sciences of the University Grants Commission in a hybrid mode. I wholeheartedly welcome our honorable chief guest, Professor Premakumara De Silva, the chairman, the Standing Committee on Libraries and Information Sciences of the University Grants Commission, Sri Lanka, distinguished guest of honor, Professor V. Kanagasingam, the Vice Chancellor of the Eastern University, Sri Lanka, our delighted keynote speaker, Madam Tracy D. Hall, the Executive Director of the American Library Association of the United States of America, our special invitees, paper presenters, the valuable sponsors, dance performers, and their directors, the Executive Committee members of ICULA, media personnel, and all the delegates across the world, not in the country, because I can see some of the presenters are here because who came all the way from abroad. It's a pleasure to have you all with us today. We are fortunate enough to get collaborated with Scholis UGC this time. As you all know, the current scenario of the information hubs, we all have gathered here to discuss the theme of connecting people through transformative libraries. As you know, information is indispensable to all, and it is considered to be a basic resource for national development. Since we have come to an online territory, we must focus on new avenues beyond our boundaries. So hope you all have a great day today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Dr. Jairaj. Up next to welcome you all are the students of the Swami Vipulananda Institute of Aesthetic Studies of the Eastern University of Sri Lanka. That wonderful welcome fusion dance was performed by the students of the Vipulananda Institute of Aesthetic Studies. That includes Udayaseelan Latharshana, Sundaralinkam Kishani, Satyanandan Miduja, Parameshwaram Roshan, Jairatman Ponmani, Navamani Aranjika, and Parvasingham Harshini, and was choreographed and directed by Dr. Thakshayani Parvadevan, the senior lecturer in dance at the Swami Vipulananda Institute of Aesthetic Studies here in Sri Lanka. I would now like to invite Dr. C.C. Jayasundara, the co-chair of the ICULA 2022, to deliver the conference introductory address. Over to you, sir.
Senior Professor Premakumar De Silva, the Chairman, Standing Committee of Library and Information Sciences, University Grant Commission, Dr. Kanagasingham, the Vice Chancellor, Eastern University of Sri Lanka. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow speakers, and good morning to our audience joining us online from around the world today. First, I may thank each of our speakers for taking part in this event. The quality and caliber of our researchers this year is really remarkable and outstanding. I also want to thank all of you for connecting this morning, and I hope you are looking forward to the discussion as much as I am. This is the 12th year that we are holding our major event, annual event, that is the International Conference of the University Librarians Association of Sri Lanka. And we can look to the future with cautious optimism, lifted by the progress in recent economic and health challenges in the country. As we come together today with the theme of connecting people through transformative libraries, I would like to mention 3 other reasons to be cheerful. First, the university libraries have delivered good progress towards connecting people, particularly in building up loss-absorbing capacity. Overall, we can say that libraries have worked well together to overcome the financial and health crisis in the past year by acting as bridges, connecting people with shared spaces and resources, shared experiences, and common interest, especially through University Grant Commission's consortium, Learn, interlibrary loan services, MOUs and MOAs that we have engaged in with other internal and external parties, and with the other universities. Second, I am glad to say that university libraries largely provided the resources to meet the informational needs of the people over the past year. University libraries have acquired new roles and are making use of various technologies such as mobile technology and networks, social networks, to disseminate information to library users more than in the past because of this, the pandemic and crisis situation in the country. Third, we have seen that our library service framework has matured during this terrible crisis. The sudden and unexpected outbreak of the coronavirus forced library professionals to ascertain ways of working in a rapid time frame, like shifting to digital platform whenever possible and providing adequate remote services to the users, like some of the access modes, for example, Shibboleth and all. Given the extrinsic challenges in providing services during this public health emergency, the purpose of this conference is to find out how technology become a survey for universities during the crisis, and how these transformative libraries can connect people together for meeting the informational needs of the users in the country, and especially in the universities. However, even if I open a cheerful note, I would not like to give the impression that our work here is done. Far from it. There is much to do over the coming years, particularly as we are in the long-lasting financial crisis in the country, even for the coming years. However, our expectations are clear. We have set our benchmarks. It is now time for libraries to complete their to-do list and demonstrate that they are fully resolvable. We are ready to deliver And we are proud of the work done together with all other libraries, including the National Library and public libraries, and also the national and international authorities and bodies and our other partners. But when we zoom out to look at the overall university library picture, we see there's much still to deliver on that front. I very much welcome University Grant Commission and the individual universities' shared focus on carrying out the reforms needed for more efficient, fair and effective solutions for the scarcity of information resources, which will also contribute to cross-border resource integration and strong libraries in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me once again thank our fantastic speakers for giving their time and insight today. And I hope all of you watching enjoy the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Professor V. Kanigasingham to deliver his address as the guest of honor today. Over to you, sir.
Senior Professor Prema Kumara D. Silva, Chairman Standing Committee, our chief guest today, and the keynote speaker, Madam Trisha, Executive Director of the American Library Association, USA, and the President, the Chair of the conference, Dr. J. Raj, the co-chairs of the conference, the members of the library associations, the members of the head tables, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. I believe this is an important day in the history of the University Library Association Sri Lanka. As Jera stated, after COVID pandemic, we are here physically to meet and share the thoughts and ideas. I am delighted to acknowledge the University Library Association of Sri Lanka, its international conference, that is ICULA 2022. Libraries is one of the main sector in the university system. Therefore, library service could be the main role in the universities, especially for the knowledge sharing sessions. Therefore, the libraries is a source of knowledge. We are collecting, recording, preserving and disseminating knowledge, not now from the ancient period, but the present intervention of the ICT, the dissemination of knowledge, more facilitated, more access to the readers. I believe libraries today fill not only with a beautiful and resourceful books, but also with interactive tools, space from multi-purpose open environment to recording theaters and workshops rooms to develop reading as a skills. Therefore, university libraries are critical players in the development of the university's ranking particularly. They always support and enable initiatives that advance research and inspire changes in the library systems, especially teaching learning environments. Sometimes libraries are currently confronted with unprecedented difficulties for the variety of reasons. As a result of that, information environment is characterized by the uncertainty and frequent changes in the technologies. Librarians' roles are very, very important and crucial. In order to provide the best possible support to the modern library user who access resources remotely in their rapidly evolving digital environment. Library must establish infrastructure developments and also to improve the access possibilities as much as possible. While braining towards transformation, transformation is taking place everywhere. We do restructuring our libraries to suit the students and academics, where a unique architecture design space to enthuse readers to interact with others and mutually explore the strengths and opportunities and even creative skills to turn the libraries into social space. The research again become a significant distinguished factors in the higher education institutions. The role of the librarians continuously having this international conference, this is very important. We should appreciate, we should encourage the people especially to explore their existing research findings. Especially librarians is a separate sector in the university systems. They have not given a proper forum in the academic fora sometimes. I believe giving a separate forum like this to explore their own research findings, research thoughts, to disseminate to the right forums. As a result, the desire to find what will happen, how it will happen, and whether there is a better way to do, it has been motivating factors behind any research questions. The same way, librarians also should put forth their own thoughts, own research questions towards the future direction of the libraries. As a result, the conference of both timely and incredibly opportunity for us all stakeholders, including policymakers and the practitioners. Everything is associated with a through process where the individual intellect to express mutual ideas in a contemporary world. I believe this conference forum also will give a space, especially for transformative process of the libraries, to connect the people in different ways, creative and innovative space to bring to the modern technologies to the work of the mind towards better result. So I don't take more time. I believe this forum is giving another opportunity to the all presenters, local and international presenters. This organizing team dedicated themselves putting their effort to have a successful conference and giving the space for the sharing their findings to validate their finding with the larger forums. I wish them this forum could be a space for them to spread their knowledge. I wish for inspiring and successful ideas and thought, as well as the pleasant discussion at the important conference. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With that, we move on to the official launching of the conference proceedings for ICULA 2022. On behalf of the editorial board, I would now like to invite Dr. Shriranti Vijayasundara as well as Dr. K.R.N. Harshini to hand over the hard copies of the proceedings to our chief guest and guest of honor for the day. for the day to come up forward to receive his token of appreciation, which will be presented by Dr. C.C. Jayasundara. Thank you once again, sirs. With that, I would now like to invite the Senior Professor Premakumara De Silva, the Chairman of the Standing Committee on Library and Information Sciences of the University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka, who is also our dignified chief guest for the day, to deliver his address. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. Dr. Jayaraj, President, University Librarian Association, and Dr. Jayasundara, Co-Chair, ICULA 2022, the guest of honor, Professor Kanageswaram, Vice Chancellor of the Eastern University, keynote speaker, Madam Tracy Hall, the Executive Director of American Library Association, members of UGC Standing Committee on Libraries and Information Science, all the academic librarians, deans, directors, heads of departments, academic staff, including all the professors and lecturers, members of administrative staff, session chairs, paper presenters, distinguished invitees, and ladies and gentlemen, and friends who are presenting both physically and virtually at this respected gathering today. It is a great pleasure for me to be with you today as the chief guest at this very important annual event of University Librarian Association. I am extremely delighted and privileged to share a few thoughts at this year's International Conference of ULA jointly organized with scholars. The conference theme is Connecting People through Transformative Libraries. And it is no doubt, as far as Sri Lanka is concerned, it is an interesting topic to the academically explored before formulating the policy document of outcome of the research conference. I hope particularly this conference outcome would bring out a concrete guideline for the further exploring the conference theme at the standing committee level, thereby policy formulations for implementation. But big questions will be how libraries are transforming themselves to better serve their patrons in the digital age. I am glad to see our libraries already have diversified themselves to address the needs of today's requirements and thinking of what a library could and should be in the present context. Many libraries, particularly university libraries, understood that they have a significant role to play in providing equity access to digital technology. Back in our undergraduate days, then libraries were places where you would go to have a transactional relationship, to borrow a book, read it, and bring it back to 2 weeks back later, or to ask the reference librarian questions. Libraries uses was very traditional. Public libraries are uniquely democratic institutions that is free for all, that could provide access to information, physical resources, and all the things we traditionally associate with libraries. The public involvement in university libraries in the country is very limited. We hadn't yet fully tapped into the potential
of using our resources and expertise to impact people in very real way. The libraries has to be more connected to the community, really engaging with the people around issues important in our universities and reimagining
Our locations and its redevelopment, planning for the integrations of new and future technologies, thinking about societal changes and how they were affecting library use, challenging long-held ideas about the library services and collections, and how that should inform our thinking in planning a
new library suit for the digital age. Like every industry, libraries are dealing with major disruptions, and the choices that our working professionals and leaders make today will determine the long-term survival of libraries or their demise. Becoming a transformational change agent may not always coincide with an individual member's interests, which may be linked to their own professional advancement or exploring an esoteric aspects of librarianship. ULA and scholars must sit together, focus their members on big picture thinking that will shape libraries for the future. If our professional association fail to energize their ranks and focus them on the issues that are vital to the people who use and can benefit from libraries will not be survive. Part of that transformation can occur by disrupting the way of our professional associations are organized. I am not familiar with what ULA is doing in that area, but certainly the next generations of librarians in ULA are pushing back on some of the long-held organizational structure and saying, that doesn't work for us. We want to do it differently. They may belong to Z or Alpha generations of librarians. As far as the associations remain focused on big, important issues, I think they will be okay. But it's require vigilance on the part of association managers who need to think about
the value
propositions of association membership and running conferences. Librarians need to do a better job of listening to their customers and even better job anticipating their needs and responding quickly. The library, which is still combinations of the past, print collections, and the present new information technologies, must be viewed with the new perspective and understanding if it is to fulfill its potential in adding value to the advancement of the university's academic mission and in moving with that into the future. Rather than threatening the traditional concept of the library, the integration of new information technology has actually become the
catalyst that transform the library into a more vital and critical intellectual center of life at universities today. The new technologies are
created that increasingly inform the learning experience. Any institution seriously consider the future of its libraries must reach a consensus on the role that it wants these facilities to play in meeting the needs not only its current academic community but also of the community it appears to create in the future. Let's label them as a, I quote and unquote, digital or virtual community. With that note, let me conclude my brief intervention here by saying this: libraries are essential in process of giving citizens access to knowledge, but in digital times they are needed more than ever before. I am confident that during the course of this conference, some of conceptual and practical issues that I have touched in my brief intervention will be useful for the discussion. With that remark, let me thank everyone for joining with us, both physically and virtually, to make this event an academically exciting one. The organization of this international conference was a team effort, and many persons in the ULA must have contributed to make this event a reality. I would like to thank in particular the President ULA and co-chairs of ICULA, the conference secretary, the organizing committee, and the editorial committee. My special thanks should go to Madam Hall for delivering a wonderful, she's going to deliver actually that lecture, so we had wait what kind of a actually keynote speech that she's going to deliver. I'm sure it's going to be a very, very interesting, thought-provoking one. I should also take this opportunity to actually appreciate those who have contributed tremendously to make this event a success. I would like to thank everyone who have submitted the abstract for the conference and wish them the very best in their future endeavors. I'm sure you will enjoy the academically inspired and productive conference of this nature. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Before you take your seats, I would like for you to come up forward to receive your token of appreciation, which will be presented by the President of the ULA, Dr. W. Jairaj. Thank you very much, Professor, for gracing this event this morning. And with that, I would now like to invite Dr. Manoja Samarudivakara, the Co-Secretary of ICULA 2022, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Madam.
Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, and most valued guest invitees, President and Vice President of University Librarians Association, Conference Co-Chair, Co-Secretary, and my dear colleagues, a very good morning to all of you. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion on behalf of the conference co-secretaries and the organizing committee of ICULA 2022. First of all, I extend a very heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Senior Professor Prem Kumar De Silva, Chairman of the Scholars of the University Grants Commission, for kindly accepting our invitation to be the chief guest this morning in spite of his busy schedules. We are all inspired by your collaboration to this mega event and your great words, sir. I extremely grateful to our guest of honor, Professor V. Kanagasingham, the Vice Chancellor of the Eastern University of Sri Lanka. His presence and blessings will be certainly boosting the morale of our young librarians, I'm so sure. And next, I would like to thank all the honorable guest invitees who blessed us with their presence today. Thank you very much, sir and madam, for delighting our event today. I also wish to express my gratitude to the President of University Librarians Association of Sri Lanka and the Librarian of the Eastern University of Sri Lanka, Dr. W. Jairaj, for being the inspiration for the conference success. Your minute-to-minute guidance and support encourage us towards the success of this great event, sir. Co-chairperson of the conference, Dr. Chaminda Jayasundara, Librarian of the University of Kelaniya, for providing encouragement at every point of time in the organization of this conference. Thank you very much, sir. I highly grateful to you, Secretary of the University Librarians Association, Dr. Manjula Vijayavikrama, Co-Secretary of the conference, Dr. Chiranthi Vijayasundara, Dr. Harshani, for being giant paws in successful of this mega event. It has not been possible to organize this mega event without your active support and regular interaction from time to time. Thank you very much, my dear colleagues. An event of this dimension cannot happen tonight. You all know the wheels start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated. Actually, they are the members of the ICULA Executive Committee and the ICULA Organizing Committee. This conference wouldn't have been a success without the vibrant and energetic conference planning committee that was assembled precisely to deliver this conference today. Thank you very much, my dear. I wish to thank all of the authors who have sent their research papers to ICULA 2022 and contributing this event with us your findings and opinions today. Thank you very much, the local and foreign presented, for sharing your knowledge with us. I extend a big thank to all the reviewers, chairpersons of technical sessions, and rapporteurs for providing your constructive comments in time necessary and help towards the improvement of quality of papers presenting in the conference. Thank you all. A special gratitude goes to the panel of judges of the selection committees of Best Research Paper and the Best Oral Presenter Awards, and the panel of the valedictory session heading by Mrs. Ruini Kodikara, the librarian of the University of Kelaniya and the Vice President of the University Librarians Association. I heartily congratulate to the winners today. My dear participant, online and physical, without your presence, so such conference would be possible. A big thanks goes to you also. I am also highly grateful to all the sponsors for their timely support for the conference. The silver sponsor, Turnitin India Education Private Limited, the bronze sponsor, the Loyal Publication Private Limited, and the event sponsor, Vextop Holdings Private Limited. Thank you for coming on board with us and at your generosity. Any event of such a magnitude cannot be made possible without the proper technical support. Thank you very much, Mr. Nishan Punchiheva and Mr. Kasun Munasinghe. I must not overlook the assistant of Ms. Dasuni Atauda, who served as the anchor for the inaugural session, as well as the media personnel who covered the event and the dancing troops who kept us entertained. Thank you, Ms. Kusala Sajivani and all of you. I am also thankful to management of the conference venue, Hotel Mirage, for providing your beautiful premises and your services and the hospitality. A mega event like this requires meticulous planning and execution of an eye for details. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to state that I am almost grateful to all contributed in numerous ways. I thank you, all of you, for being with us this morning. It's been great pleasure for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Manoja. And with that, we come to the end of the inaugural session. We will now be moving on to a tea break where tea will be served within the hall. Wishing all of you an insightful and productive day today. It has been an absolute pleasure to join you all in this inaugural session. Have yourself a pleasant day. Good morning. So before we break for tea, there is an opportunity to take a group photograph with everyone here today, with our dignitaries for the day as well.